How power-hungry Hasina and cohorts make the Polish administer. This column is the this column I read from the Business Standard. The return of police on the street on 12 August after an unprecedented absence from duty for 6 consecutive days came as a great relief for people. Their presence on the streets, along with students, to keep traffic movement in order and ensure safety of people on the street, brought to an end of a usual period of times when people are living in anxiety of being robbed anywhere, on the streets or even at homes. Information of some incidents of robbery which spread like wildfire on social media triggered rumor, increasing fear in the public mind. In such a lawless situation, it was the public who felt the call of duty. Students took to the streets to ensure smooth movement of traffic, and locals emerged as an alternative to police to guard their community in these sleepless nights. Together, they built a social resistance while efficiently worked to maintain order in their areas where they live. This tells the necessity of police, be it public or uniformed police, as the founder of modern policing. Sir Robert Peel, also a former British Prime Minister, see out the Polish are the public and the public are the Polish. The Polish are paid to give full-time attention to duties that are incumbent upon every citizen in the interest of community welfare and existence. It is an it is an undisputed fact that Polish are inevitable for a take if it wants to maintain order. As history says, the Polish are as old as civilization. Ironically, the branch of the law enforcement agencies such as Polish RAB and BCB has been made and home advisor described as a monster and did not hesitate to shoot unarmed Abu Said, who spread his two hands like wings and demonstrating his courage in a non-violent attitude. The following events will also remain as a dark chapter as a record of brutality such as indiscriminate shooting and killing even from the sky using chopper in July and August, with the sole purpose to quell the protest and set the authoritarian regime. What went wrong with the Polish? Excessive and pervasive interference in the function of the force by Sheikh Hasina regime gave birth to a monstrous system. Recruitment of the Polish members was made was marred by either bribe or nepotism. Posting and promotion have made out on the basis of merit, but by the partisan approach. He could better serve the government petition interest, would get better promotion and posting. He who could serve their partisan interest would enjoy impunity for any wrongdoing, including indulging in rampant corruption and extrajudicial killing and extortion. Unchecked rise of Benjir Ahmed, ex-IGP, and Rapsip and some of the top officials such as B.D. Viharan, who were either forced to resign or faced termination of jobs and or went into hiding fearing public wrath after 5th August for their close affiliation with the party in power are nefarious product of the monster system. It is not that everything was on track in the Polish administration before, but the political crisis prevailed before the 2014 parliamentary election after cancellation of the caretaker government by Hasina government in 2011 was a turning point. Hasina was terminated to stay in power during the general election in the name of upholding the constitutional provision introduced by her regime in favor of her party in power to manage the election. Refusing to join the election under Hasina government, the BNP-led opposition parties gradually intensified the street agitation, calling Hasina to step down for election to be held under a non-partisan caretaker government like the previous ones in 1991, 1996, 2001, 2008, which were largely free, fair, and credible. But Hasina was adamant not to go beyond the newly introduced constitutional provision and use the police to crush the protest by using excessive force and filing numerous cases against opposition leaders and putting them behind the bars through indiscriminate arrest. Opposition program very often turned into violence. Take an example. Senior leader BNP ex MK Anwar, Maudud Ahmed, Mirza Fakhr Alam Alamgir, among others, were seized on charge of setting public buses on fire and vandalizing the city corporation garbage carrying track. They were also accused of engaging in crashes with police with steel. It was just the beginning of making of monster system in the Polish administration. The opposition parties announced to resit the 5th January election, the polling day. All the voting took place only the 147 constituencies, as 153 MPs are already elected unopposed without a single vote being cast, was marked by intense localized violence. It had become the bloodiest election day of my life. Hasina returned to power through the state-managed election. After the fall, a number of top Polish officials when then where he had boasting publicly with the claim that they brought Hasina to power, which was factually correct. So, a dark chapter kept unfolding. Many officials, both in Polish and civil administration, got the reward with a promotion and good posting for their contribution to manage the one-side election. Unchecked rise. 5 years down the line, things got worse in 2008 elections. Months. Months before the poll, ex-Prime Minister and BNP chief Khaleda Zia was sentenced in an old corruption case and put behind bars. Yet the BNP-led opposition joined the polls on a promises of Hasina that the election would be free and fair. Alas, in the dark of night, foolish did the vote rigging by the ruling party, who stuffed ballot boxes the night before the election, as the foolish became partnered in the crime of robbing people right to your vote. And polling officials and mostly teachers of local educational institutions and government officials had nothing to do but crimes by staying as bystanders. Thank you today.